After the age of 50, people begin to look back on the long road they have traveled. Half a lifetime has passed in constant busyness, struggling, rushing, worrying about daily survival. We have tried our best, endured a great deal, and sacrificed our youth in exchange for the stability we have today. Yet when we finally pause and look back, many of us realize that no matter how hard we tried, there are still things left unfinished, dreams left unfulfilled, and goals that never turned out the way we once hoped. All our lives, we learned to save, to accumulate little by little, always afraid of not having enough. But the more we accumulated, the more we felt that it was never truly enough. All our lives, we lowered ourselves and endured for the sake of others, hoping to keep the peace, hoping to avoid conflict. And yet, the more we gave in, the more we sometimes hurt ourselves without ever being able to please everyone. All our lives, we tried to think carefully, to stay rational, to understand life and understand people. But no matter how intelligent or clear-minded we are, we cannot avoid moments of loss, disappointment, and regret. It is only after turning 50 that we truly understand how vast the world is and how small each of us really is. And because of that, we no longer need to be so harsh on ourselves. Some things at this stage of life simply no longer deserve our worry. After crossing the threshold of 50, we gradually understand that life is never smooth. There is no road covered entirely with roses, and no destiny that is always favorable. No matter how hard we try, how wise or cautious we are, there will always be things beyond our control. That is why, after 50, what matters most is no longer winning or losing, but learning how to accept. If you have done your best, learn to receive the outcome with calm. Gain or loss, success or failure, these are all part of the impermanent flow of life. Complaining cannot change the past, and worrying cannot improve the future. Only when we let go of what cannot be changed does the heart truly become lighter. Turning 50 is also the time to start subtracting from life. Fewer ambitions, fewer comparisons, less concern about outside opinions. There is no need to live in haste, and no need to force ourselves to chase luxurious standards. Life may not be wealthy, but the heart must be at peace. The world will not change because of our complaints, and life's storms will not soften because of our sadness. Life goes on, whether we are happy or not. Tormenting ourselves only adds to our exhaustion. Smiling in the face of adversity and remaining calm toward gain and loss, that is the wisdom of those who have lived through half a lifetime. After 50, happiness is not about how much we possess, but about how much we have learned to let go. When the heart grows lighter, life naturally becomes more peaceful and fulfilling. After the age of 50, people also begin to see money differently. We are no longer overly excited by growing numbers, nor overly proud of outward appearances. At this age, we understand that money is important, but it has never been everything. Having enough to live in peace matters far more than having a lot to show off. When we were younger, we were easily drawn into invisible comparisons. Whose house is bigger, whose car is newer, whose children are more successful. Without realizing it, we competed, borrowed, and strained ourselves just to avoid falling behind. But after half a lifetime, we realize that such comparisons bring no happiness, only lasting pressure and fatigue. At 50, we must be more cautious with money. Not to be stingy, but to preserve security for ourselves. Life is full of risks, illness, unexpected events, uncertainties. A modest savings brings more peace of mind than any luxury item ever could. A home only needs to be warm, a car only needs to be safe, and a meal only needs to be sufficient. True comfort does not come from material value, but from a life without debt, without constant worry, and without financial pressure. When the burden of money is lifted, the mind becomes far more relaxed. After 50, wise people do not boast about their wealth, nor do they try to prove anything to the world. They choose a simple life, spend carefully, and know when enough is enough, because they understand that the greatest asset at this stage is not money, but inner peace and freedom. After 50, people gradually understand that resentment brings nothing but exhaustion. After half a lifetime, we have met all kinds of people and endured many setbacks, losses, and wounds. Some things once made us feel deeply wronged. Some people caused pain that lingered for years. But eventually, we realize that holding on to such negative emotions only harms ourselves. Life is never absolutely fair. Some succeed early, while others take long detours. If we keep comparing, blaming fate, or resenting others for not understanding us, we only burden our own hearts. After 50, the wise learn to let go, not out of weakness, but because peace is more valuable than being right. Letting go of resentment does not mean forgetting all pain. It means accepting that the past cannot be changed. We no longer need to repeat old wounds in our minds every day. When we stop clinging to the past, there is room for lightness to enter. At 50, we also learn to live more gently with the world. Fewer arguments, fewer competitions, less interference in other people's affairs. Not everything needs a response, and not every relationship needs to be held onto. Keeping a healthy distance preserves both respect and inner peace. When the heart is calm, everything around us feels softer. Those who let go of resentment often live longer, sleep better, and smile more. After 50, happiness is no longer about defeating others, but about overcoming the unrest within ourselves. After 50, we no longer have the time or energy to please everyone. After half a lifetime, we have grown used to endurance, compromise, and maintaining harmony in relationships. At times, we wore a pleasant mask, even when our hearts felt uncomfortable. But as time goes on, we realize that living this way only exhausts us and distances us from who we truly are. After 50, what matters most is no longer being liked by many people, but living in alignment with our true feelings. We have the right to decline unnecessary gatherings and to step away from relationships that create tension. Not because we are cold, but because we have learned to value our time and energy. Those who repeatedly make us feel tired, anxious, or hurt, no matter who they are, should be kept at a healthy distance. Not everyone who enters our life needs to stay forever. Some people walk with us for only a short stretch, and that is enough. Accepting this brings great lightness to the heart. After 50, family becomes the top priority. Simple meals and ordinary conversations now bring a warmth we once overlooked. We come to understand that no bond is more enduring than the connection with those we love. Spending time with family is also a way of nurturing our own inner peace. Living truthfully after 50 is not selfish. It is awakened living. We know what we need, what we want, and what is enough. When we stop trying to please others, we gain more space to care for our soul, protect our health, and fully enjoy each passing day. After 50, knowing how to choose our relationships wisely is a form of wisdom, one that makes life lighter, calmer, and far more peaceful.